Hey guys, Zay here, coming back at y'all with some more solo Zay content. I'm finally back with another Rivals video. I know it's been a while since the last one, but I was waiting for the season to end and for the rank reset to happen. I originally wanted to do a solo grind like series for last season of Marvel Rivals, but I ended up not recording much of it, and I ended up not really doing too good. I ended up in like Plat 1 by the end of the season, and I didn't really make it that far. Even on like my main account, I only made it to Diamond 2, unfortunately. But this season, I'm hoping to grind up to at least GM. First goal is at least hit GM, and then if we hit it before the end of the season, then I'll try to push for the higher ranks after GM. But right now, the goal is just to hit GM. And then the other thing for this series is I'm going to be filling any role that my team needs. So I'm not going to be insta-locking like any role, and I'm not going to be one-tricking any like one character. But the way I'm going to do it is that I can't pick until I'm basically like the last or like one of the last people to pick. And so a lot of it is like healing most of the time, but I did get a decent amount of tank games, and then I think I got like 1 or 2 games just being able to DPS, which was pretty fun. I wasn't sure how to really edit this video. I hope you guys don't mind the way I ended up editing this video, but like all of these clips are basically all of the games that I played solo for this like first week. I guess I'm gonna go by week, so this is week 1 of all the solo grind. And so please let me know if you guys would want like just like a highlight reel of like each week instead, or if you guys don't mind this more long form video of the grind. But thank you guys for watching again, and yeah, let's just get into the video.
Keep going.
Alright, first game on. I end up having to go healer here, which isn't too bad. I don't mind playing healer that much. I end up going rocket because I've been a rocket main since season 1, and he is my personal goat for this game. Lobbies are pretty easy because this is still silver. These are still silver lobbies, and this is like the day of the reset, so a lot of the lobbies are pretty like flip-sided. There wasn't really like any like even like fights here in this first half. Phoenix ended up ulting my ult for a reason. Gets a little bit of value, I guess, but realistically they're not really going to win this fight because they basically used like 3 support ults here, and we've only used 1. Panther went down, but I had my respawn beacon up still, and so he just gets revived, and they just can't really do anything. This happens here, and we just keep pushing on and cap the second point. And then next part of this, we're pushing towards the last point. We already pretty much taken out most of the enemy team at this point, and they just keep throwing themselves at us, not really grouping up so much, so just keep trickling. So this last fight they ended up ulting in with Cloak and Dagger. I decided to take height, and then I noticed my other support was a little low, so I made sure to keep her up, and she's also keeping up the rest of the team. I ult, but unfortunately at the same time it's not invisible, so it doesn't really get that much value. And notice I ended up going really, but he's pretty bad, so he gets not really much value. Ends up ulting here, the ults into the Cloak and Dagger bubble, and gets basically no value out of it, and so I just help some DPS to make sure he dies. And then here it's just cleaning up the last remaining people, and then yeah, we got the third point, and it's 3-0 going into the second half.
0. Time to switch things up.
Alright, here in the second half, I ended up having to go to Luna because I realized Rocket was not it, because they switched up the comp and Rocket was not doing well. So went in Luna because she has pretty good healing, and then her ultimate is actually like still like really good. I ended up ulting to save myself, but unfortunately my Cloak and Dagger stayed inside like the middle, like the actual kill zone radius of the Immortal, and died. But luckily I had my ult up and was able to keep my team up. I had to back off here just like to make sure I'm not like in the middle of all that and getting messed up. Noticed the Moore is going after me, so I make sure I clap him, take him away. Teammates are all ulting, getting good ults. Luckily, the Spider-Man gets a really good ult, kills majority of the team, and luckily we get them all, and yeah, we just win. Alright, going into this third game, I ended up going Loki because I had a Hella player that requested the like full team up, and so you know, if they're requesting it, I'll do it. You know, I'm feeling. I end up getting fucking absolutely annihilated coming out of the portal to get back into point here. But yeah, no, they were pretty good Hella players, so they had there's some pretty clutch revives. There I unfortunately didn't clip, but this was a pretty like hard fought win here. Like in this first half, I'm not the best Loki player, but I can handle myself a little bit. This is probably by far like one of my best Loki games, I would say that. So yeah, just helping me dealing out DPS while also healing. Moon Knight was the bane of my existence this entire first half, because you know Loki's clones are just like another portable hunk, so I had to like make sure I found like creative spots for them. But luckily, we kind of just wiped them off the point, and yeah, secured 3-0 and going into the second half here. Right. Okay, so second half, we're holding it pretty good, but they end up capturing the first point. I always feel like once you lose that first point, it's really hard to like come back and like, keep it. But they end up trying to push, and we end up stopping like right before they hit the second point. Cloak and Dagger ulted on the site to help stall. They ended up going Wolverine, and he was targeting basically everyone but the tanks, it seemed like. I make sure to kill the gluttonous shark, because I am the #1 shark hater. I hate sharks. Not sharks. I hate Jeff the shark, in this game at least. He over and Olds gets one, but for whatever reason, instead of like going on point and making sure his team can get back, he tries to focus on me and ends up losing the match for them. So it goes 3-1, and yeah, we win. Alright, for this next game, I was able to go tank for the first time in the grind, and I ended up going Penny, because I think Penny is one of the good like secondary tanks, especially on like defense and stuff like that. We were holding them pretty good. I don't have that clipped here, but we ended up getting pushed back, and I ended up trying to 1v1 the Magic, and I'm getting my Fade ran, but luckily I have a pretty good support that was standing nearby. Also, guys, make sure you think your supports, you know, they're people too. So I'm going for a really risky player here, just to try to stall the point to make sure they don't get like past like this point right here. And Poppo put down both mats before popping it, and for whatever reason the gamble ends up paying off. I get a kill on the other tanks, and I'm able to push them back, and team also combos with me, so that way we keep pushing them back, and we eventually take control of the point. This next player, I end up going up top just to secure this spot, because I know they have a Magic, so I really want to make sure she doesn't get an easy flank route on us while we're holding. And sure enough, here she comes, tries to TP in. She ends up taking a lot of damage. I really hope that I get the player that I was meant to. For whatever reason, Magneto tries to follow up. He gets melted immediately. I try to like get back out here a little more because I get an Ultron ult going off, but for whatever reason, her Penny's webs are pretty good. Unfortunately, my Rocket dashes him forward and dies. Luckily, I don't know how my teammates were both pull off, but they killed the full team Magic. I end up putting more pressure on Magneto here, and he ends up falling back. They have an Ultron, and he doesn't really seem to be doing too much, luckily. And so we're able to push him back off the point again, getting more lucky. But luckily, the support says ult, and we end up ulting, and we are still holding the point luckily. I'm trying to make a nuke here because I know they have an enemy Cloak and Dagger. In hindsight, I should have put it more like to the left, as you see she ends up going, but I still try to stack mines, hoping that she comes back. Unfortunately it doesn't, and then the Magic ends up banging out my mines, and then I get kind of stuck. Luckily I have Rocket, so he revived me. So I come back and I decide to put down only one mess and hold point just to stall and keep them like off point and also make sure that they can't fully cap it. Luckily I get another pick. And we end up getting pushed off a little bit here, but for whatever reason they think they have control and they end up basically C9. So luckily for us they did at least. Alright, next half on attack, I immediately wait for whatever spam to come in, then go set up, make sure we take space, and whatever space we take, I make sure that I'm holding it. Emma immediately pulls up and tries to beeline from the nest and gets melted because of it, so she has to back off. They still have flyers to try to counter me, but they're not the best flyers, and they get easily taken control of by my teammates and me focusing them. Magic's still trying to do her thing, but with the ender will shut her down pretty easily. Right here, it's not really doing much, just shooting, trying to shoot, hopefully get some more damage in. I'm diving a little forward to help the Venom try to secure another pick here. Luckily we do get one. Just make sure I set up my nest. Just like I said, whatever space we take, we're able to keep it or better. Tossing mines, trying to hope that they don't notice them so I can get like either just some damage in on their backline or hopefully secure kill in their backlines. Just sitting here making sure Miss Emma doesn't really get to do much. Still focusing the flyers. Luckily I get to pull another result. And for whatever reason, I Iron Man thought he could get away with it using his ult near me. I shut that down. Fortunately, I can shut down the Moon Knight, but he doesn't really ult too good. Make sure I take this space, so if anyone's trying to get a health kit for free, they are not here. Luckily though, they only have really flyers and they're too scared to touch point for the cap rate.
Final score, 1-2-0.
Fortunately, we ended up going on a 2-game win streak here as we were about to hit gold. This first game, teammates were just really mad at each other and just couldn't lock in. And in the second game, I don't really know what happened, but we ended up losing. This next match is I get lucky and they tank. We pushed from the back pretty fast and we're able to get to like the third point here. Unfortunately, we ended up getting held here for like a good while, but luckily we eventually group up and don't really like get from into the choke point one by one here. Squirrel is like one of like my big in the so luckily I got like a really good ult and stopped Loki from also trying to do a Squirrel and then just kind of picked them up and pushed them back. The next part, we were fighting leading towards like one of the last fights here. I unfortunately go too far forward and don't back up in time and get punished because of it. It's completely my fault. All my fault right there. I should have ran back as soon as the whole king saved me. I ended up trying to get back, but luckily for me, my teammates walk in and they don't really do there to help them out too much. But as I'm coming back, for whatever reason, the enemy supports are like really close. So I end up going towards them, being a nuisance, and just giving them the right hook. I should have probably ulted sooner, but I wanted to just make sure I could maybe secure kills. But either way, go 3-0. It's 3-0 doing it in the second half. Second half here, I switch up and swap off Thing to go Penny because Penny is just really good defense on this map. I had my nest set up and we were holding them for a good while, but I ended up getting pressured back because I just taken way too much damage. And I get healed, but then I get like a shit ton of damage. I don't know where I am. Then luckily for us, they double Squirtle for whatever reason, but I made sure to go set on point just to make sure to stall it, and luckily they only have a Mr. Fantastic trying to kill me, so I was able to stay installed for a good long time. Eventually though, my ult ends and my teammates are still kind of falling back, but luckily they ended up pushing up with a Punisher ult and they pushed the enemies back. away, and I'm just gonna clean up whatever was made. And then next team fight, same thing, we're holding for a good while. I kind of ignore the Mr. Fantastic because I can't really do much against its ult. Even eventually I end up kind of get pressured back, but and I end up losing the support. Luckily though, we started rocking, and then he has the ult, and I don't know if they intentionally comboed this, but they ended up comboing the damage amp with the Thing ult, and then how Thing secures some kills. We have 2 people still behind us, but I'm just making sure that no, this cart is not going to be moving. Luckily though, my teams are trying to like giving them the business in our backline. Thing's really doing good. Eventually though, they're going to try to pull up back onto the cart. I end up helping get the kill on Emma. Mr. Fantastic tries to pull up and we immediately gets obliterated. Fortunately, I don't have any mines set up for the Cloak and Dagger ult, so she's kind of just ult for free. But Squirrel Girl, I'm not afraid of her because this woman ulted. I'm just making sure that this cart is not moving, so I'm just putting myself on the cart. But the Squirrel Girl gets taken care of. They're just kind of like desperately trying to get this point, but at this point I was pretty confident that they were not winning this. So I just wait for my mines to come, or for my nest to come back up. I place both of them down, ult, and really this is just kind of overkill at this point because the rest of the team was basically eliminated, and we end up 3-0'ing them. Fortunately though, after the pretty easy victory, I ended up losing the next match. This next match, I end up going here again. I go invis because we have a Jeff, and I want to make sure we have at least like a really good support ult for self-sustain. We're holding on pretty good here. I had died. I can't remember why, but I had died, so I was walking back to come back here. I ended up getting caught in the ult, but luckily I get out of it fast enough and I'm able to save the Jeff, and luckily the Emma with her grab, and she's able to get punished off because of it. Phoenix ults, I dive away, dodge it, luckily, and she gets like no value here. Holding, it's about to be like pretty much the last team fight here, but it seems like they're kind of trickling out, so teammates are getting kills. I'm trying to heal this person, but for whatever reason, I'm hitting on Rosie. But eventually I'm able to heal them. I try to heal them back onto it, but then it kind of just gets away. I probably maybe could have shielded to try to save, but I wasn't really confident in that, and I wanted to make sure I played for my own life there. And luckily, the Shark came in clutch in the end to make sure that they didn't go into overtime. For whatever reason though, when we were on attack, we ended up getting held really good here, and in my opinion, it really shouldn't have been as close of a match as it was, but it ended up being. But luckily though, with this last push, we end up securing the victory. So I get 2 kills there. I was trying to kill the Venom, but unfortunately for me, he had his E up, so he had his overshield, but teammates ended up all targeting him and he goes down. We're really close to pushing. I'm just trying to make sure I stay on cart just so it pushes faster. Fortunately, Strange gets his TP off, getting damaged really heavily, but luckily Jeff heals me up, and I just have to heal a little bit off of my own shield. Taking a lot of damage here, so I ult to keep myself and my teammates alive. Fortunately, Phoenix ults. I take a little bit of damage not too much, keeping my team up as best I can. Fortunately, I get hit by a Strange ult when I can feel my other teammates and I die. But luckily for me, the rest of my DPS were still up, and we were able to clean up the last bit of enemies, and we end up winning. It was a close match, but we won. So that's all that matters in the end. Alright, going into this next match, I was able to go tank again, and I'm going Penny because I've been doing really good with her. This match was a little more harder though because they had pretty competent DPSs, and so one of them was a Wolverine, which was the bane of my existence, like he always is whenever I'm a tank player. Instead of Punisher, so I was just getting melted a lot of the time, unfortunately. Luckily though, my teammates were also pretty confident, so we were able to take point again after losing it. I end up sending both of my nests up here with the choke point, just to try to like make sure they can't just walk through for free. I should have probably extended my nest a little bit more, but it's whatever. Taking space, and luckily they just don't notice my mines going down there. They'll take them Queen Knight and then Wolverine bolts into my nest for whatever reason, so I immediately kill him. Notice Punisher up here, so I go up there to take him off the high ground. I go back to low ground, saw the tank was coming through. Don't have my other nests yet, but I end up ulting, blocking one of the splits off. Wolverine tries to get me, but he promptly just loses interest for whatever reason and takes off. Punisher tries to walk through, but he gets melted by my mines. And then all that's left really on site is Magneto. We go into overtime, but short-lived because they're too trickled out. Going into this next half, again, it was really like not as like easy win. They end up like actually like almost winning here, as you can see up top. We held it for a good while, but then we just got kind of annihilated by like a few like good ults. I tried to set up mines, but the goo kind of took away with it. Ended up getting my nest set up and just being a nuisance to the backline. Ended up having to destroy it and place it on a different one. Now, off my nest are on cooldown, unfortunately, but I'm just playing around natural cover to try to avoid some of the damage and just constantly being a nuisance to one of the healers that's just sitting on point. Fortunately, as soon as I get my nest up, it gets immediately destroyed by the Phoenix. But luckily, Strange gets a good ult and then we get 2 ticks off of it. Emma ults here with the Snow, but luckily we got like nothing out of it, and we're actually holding them off pretty good. Get my nest back, set up. Notice my Strange was taking a little too much damage, so I trade off with him so he can get heals and go in front of him just to get the end on me. Luckily though, she's not really doing too much. Wolverine's still here, but he seems to be doing a much lesser job now on the second one. To secure the kill on the Emma. Now here I'm just trying to set up to make sure they can't get the point as easily. I'm gearing up, thinking that we're gonna at least get like one more team fight. For a reason, I think either the morale is kind of broken or something, but Wolverine comes in kind of by himself. 2 supports behind him, but basically immediately gets fried by the mines. They end up trying to come in. They took out one of my nests, but luckily I still have the main left. I ult just to make sure they take off point, and we end up winning. And with this one, we're able to rank up into gold for the first time. Notice I say first time. I am hype here, as you can hear from the actual like original clip, but unfortunately this is short-lived, as soon after this we end up going on a few game losing streak, which was very, very unfortunate for us.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Alright, coming off of that loss streak, and coming into another tank match. I'm going Emma here just because we have Queen, and her and Thing can work pretty good together. Hulk and Thing also can work pretty good together, but I'm not really the best Hulk player, so I end up just going with Emma, because she's also a pretty good main tank. Come in here, I'm just trying to destroy the nest so the rest of my team can walk out freely. Luckily, Cloak and Dagger didn't die to the mines. The Penny's just playing how like I would probably play Penny, or how I would play Penny on this map. Yeah, luckily, I'm just able to just like quality with pretty good ease and apply pressure like pretty well. I'm getting picky on the Thing and applying pressure onto the Penny, and luckily I get a pick on her before she's able to reach the Cloak and Dagger bolt. For whatever reason here, I decided to ult. I don't remember why I decided to. I think I just kind of did it to take a look. And like here, the Sonic ults, and she's pretty low, so I was just kind of spamming ult and grab her, and then get you going. And then, faster than evil. Then for whatever reason, Penny comes out of nowhere, ulting the site, and I'm like, my teammates got that, I'll take a little bit of mess. And look, they did. So, Iron Fist is there, but luckily my team's really good. He's just getting a bunch of kills. We're coming over here and started the next fight. We don't let them get to point, we take the fight to them first. I'm just kind of trying to build up beam charge here, and they're just letting me do it for free. The Penny's not really that great, so I'm just kind of like do the Sing for free, and she's not really being used this way. Notice that they have their respawn beacon up, so I go check that out. And I go notice the raccoon's just sitting on the top, so I just decided to start taking care of him. He's not really that good, so I just chokeslam him. And notice the thing coming in, I'm just dishing out damage onto him. Hook daggers right here, from here. With that, we basically secure this win. Next game, once again, playing tank and going Penny because Quintars, or at least this version of the Quintar maps, is like one of the better defense maps, especially for this first one. When this quick picks off, it was basically like towards the end of like the first round, and we were just able to hold them this entire time. Luckily I got a good pick right there on the Wolverine, and I get another good pick on the Winter Soldier, and then the same thing with Andrew's Woman. I try to bully the Rocket, but he's a little more confident and it's not really letting me kill him as easy, but I am keeping him off the point for the most part. Right there I was trying to get my nest down again, but like the spot where I like to put it's a little finicky to put sometimes. Place it down, what the fuck? As yeah, I'm a little frustrated in the original clip. But you know, we were able to hold and they're not able to touch after this.
To do is capture the wish area.
Immediately the second half, we really don't have to take much. I end up deciding that I'm gonna go on the flank, and for whatever reason, there's just a lone Emma Frost in here. I guess she's going for like a Black Panther or something else, but luckily it was me that found her, and I just started running away immediately because I had better self-esteem than she does. I kind of just pulled away into my rocket when I was getting low. Gives me a little bit of healing. Black Panther's right there. I realized I'm like, I probably shouldn't go that way. So I sneak on by, pass, place my nest up top, then place my second nest on the bottom, then make sure I make a nuke right here by the thing. Then I make sure I put down a secondary blade just in case they shoot out the nest, so they don't shoot out the mines, and immediately they just all turn and start looking at me. Winter Soldier's probably looking at me most, nothing. When any Penny comes in, trying to handle me. For what it is, he tries to solo, he immediately dies, and then my team just is able to get the win for free. Going into this next match, I end up going Healer again, and I end up going Rocket, because I think this was my first game on for the day that I was playing, and I was like, oh, I just need to play something more simple. So I'd go Rocket. Thing had died, but luckily I revived him, but then had an Iron Fist, and so he kind of just died right in front of me, unfortunately. They had a group, but he didn't really seem too great. He's helping out Thing. Groot was on me, and then he ended up going Ninjas, and then me and Ninjas ended up tag taking him and taking him out. Luckily, there's Thing needed help, so I gave him some healing, and then I let this go, and they just deal with that, so we take point. Then, a little while later, just sitting on point, and then next team fight starts. Groot immediately is trying to go for the back line, gets severely punished for it, he backs out. I pop ult because I'm like, oh, I have it, might as well pop it to start the team fight. Phoenix ults, gets pick. Enemy Phoenix ults, I get scared, so I'm going up top. Then this is a Moon Knight. unfortunately I can't do much about him. Noticed two of my teammates died, so I made sure at least put them in revive so one other teammate would get revived. Unfortunately, my other support dies, but luckily, for some odd reason, me and Phoenix are able to hold it down long enough for some of the teammates that died earlier on in the fight to come back. And he was trying to kill me, but luckily Monarchist came back and was actually helping me deal with him. And after that, it was a little bit until the next team fight started, and with that, the enemy Cloak and Dagger ended up ulting. But luckily, my Invismore was pretty confident and ulted like at a good point. Dang also ulted at a good point to make sure they didn't really capitalize too much on both the ults ending at the same time. Helped secure a pick on Moon Knight, and really after that, they're not able to touch and we're able to win this first half.
Armor packs here. Pay up. My good deed for the day. You're ready for it.
Going into the second half, where they held the point for a little bit, but we were able to get it back. And right here, we're holding pretty good, and so I'm like, oh, let me ult to try to keep my team up. Unfortunately, the Knight ended up ulting, so it kind of pushed most of my team off. And I was getting severely punished for being way too aggressive myself. Luckily, I felt like Twin was holding and she drove me up pretty good. Then I'm helping Thing trying to get a pick on Emma. We got close, but unfortunately the Ultron saved her. Then the Phoenix ult came on, decent amount of damage to me and my other support. Luckily the Emma was kind of stupid and kicked me towards my support. And so, in the back, I throw my BRB down there, but for whatever reason it didn't go where I wanted to, and it ended up breaking. And this Emma is just on me right here. You'll see in a moment. She just really wants me dead. Luckily, I'm able to get away from her now, and my teammates are moving it back. Fortunately, though, teammates get ulted by a Witcher Soldier, and he gets a pick, so he can reset. He'll ult for a second. He ults my tank, luckily though, instead of anything else, so no one was under too much threat. Right here we're getting help for the last team fight here. Phoenix ults and then Booster Fantastic ults. Unfortunately we had a Cloak and Dagger. I was trying to put it on my wall, my ult, so it wasn't getting like immediately toasted, but unfortunately I didn't do it right. And then enemy and ult goes off, and I started getting pressured to kind of fall back behind cover because there's a Winter Soldier. I'm trying to lob my orbs to heal the Emma, but unfortunately I just can't lob them right. But luckily it's just the Winter Soldier left, and we're able to pick him up and secure them. This was a pretty easy match. Wasn't really that hard. Teammates were good, enemies were just pretty bad. I ended up MVP, luckily, on my GOAT. And also with this win, we were able to rank back up into gold, finally. So, back into gold.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Alright, going into this next match, this is the one match I was able to play DPS, and I decided to go for something that was pretty easy but got reliable results. So I just went Squirrel Girl. I know Squirrel Girl has a lot of hate. I like her, but I understand the hate because I've been on both ends. But I do like playing her. I used to like playing Junkrat back in Overwatch, so her playstyle just kind of became more natural to me more than any other DPS in the beginning. And then like here, typical Squirrel Girl gameplay, I just keep shooting, spamming nuts, and I just can't stop winning. Get 3. Punisher's pretty pissed off that I'm winning, and he's not, and so I get the quad. Next portion here is basically the last team fight going into this, trying to cap the last point here. He gets Agha model off, unfortunately, and I can't really do much about it. I didn't go into loot, but I just kind of beat up for breakfast. I also tried to counter my Squirrel Girl by also going Squirrel Girl, but I'm the better Squirrel Girl, obviously, because I'm winning. I got Cloak and Daggered for a little bit, but it's fine. Strange was trying to take me out. Punched him. Fucking robot tries to come in, but we make sure to kill him. Groot tries to jump off from the top ropes, but just
The current
it's too
score
late.
is 3, 2, 0.
Over on defense, I kind of sold a little bit in the beginning part and died when I really shouldn't have, but I make up for it here by getting a triple kill with my ult. They also had swapped to magic, I guess, to try to dive me in the back line, but luckily I'm able to deal with the magic pretty easily, as you'll see here. And doing so, I end up getting another quad, second quad for the game. We end up getting pushed back to the last point, and we're still defending. End up having to lock in on Hela because my other DPS ended up going Ultron, so I'm like, well, we're not gonna have enough damage from just staying in scoreboard. Here I ult just because I don't want to get caught in the Emma ult, and I also wanted to punish it, but she was a little smarter than expected and actually fell back. Luckily though, the Strange wasted his Algamoto here on just the tanks and got basically no value. And we were able to punish him off of it because of it. I'm whiffing a lot of shots here, but we won the team fight, and that's kind of what matters here. And right now I'm just trying to make sure they don't come back, and then I'm just sitting on point with my support. They ult in, but there's just response because of her Ultron. She doesn't fully commit to it. I noticed that her Ultron was getting targeted by the ulti magic. Luckily, I helped the Emma catch her and were able to deal with it easily. Emma and Fantastic are kind of running like a fade, but I back up enough and make them lose interest in me and go after the tanks instead. Strange is alive. I also noticed that they're after that kill, I noticed that their healers were kind of like out of play, so just made sure to get a pick on one of them. Emma's over here by herself pretty much, along with the magic. Get a pick on the other support, and now they're down and running away. Next part, the next team fight, they end up switching to tank comp. They go Venom and Bane, even though I feel like that's probably way worse than what they had, because Hela just can eat up both of them and prove a point that Venom did not last very long. Bane's trying to win the wins with me, but I say no, and she doesn't have ult, and I know she also doesn't have ult, luckily for me. They backed away though. I probably could have got the kill on the support, but ended up trying to get some DPS in on Bane that was right below me. Sure enough, get the kill. Shooting just to kind of like keep him away. Next team fight, Venom comes in first. Dies my back line. Make sure that I put my daggers into him. He ults, but he can't, for whatever reason, no regs on me. Unfortunately, one of my supports gets killed by the no. But we have 3 supports, so we're still good. I do get clawed a little bit, but luckily they don't capitalize on me being incapacitated, and so I'm able to get up for free. Magic comes in to try to ult again, but for whatever reason they end up seeing that and we win.
3, 2, 2.
When science failed me, magic.
Alright, this is the last match I was able to record before I needed to put out this video. I lost the match before this while on tank, unfortunately, so I'm really trying to redeem myself here with this last match. I go on Penny because I end up having a group, and I'm hoping to get a good setup here. I have a really good setup here, actually, for like at least the beginning part before the walls come up. It's not really a spot that you come into Punisher turret. I don't think I realized it in the game, but luckily my teammates were able to just kind of either just tank it or just take it out themselves. I took down my nest here because I was hoping that we were going to be able to advance at the point. Fortunately, we're not able to, so I ended up putting down one. I probably should have put down both, but I only put down one. And right here, I'm just trying to front line a little bit, deal with the other tank. Groot eats a little bit of my mines, but not fully. I'm also here, hop back on point, trying to help deal with the tanks and winning the first team fight. And the next team fight, I had my nest set up. Groot decides to try to hold me and the Phoenix, but he's unsuccessful in killing either of us because his repeaters are good. I ended up going to more. I realized I try to help the roommates keep killing the Hulk, but he's getting popular by the Luna ult still going on. I get hit by the Namor ult, but ain't nothing. Phoenix, I think, whiffs her a little bit there, but for what I know, I haven't picked Phoenix yet. Groot gets a pretty good ult on their back line and makes them fall back. Get another pick on one of the enemy DPS. I noticed the Fruits here is just kind of like by himself. He's really low, so I make sure I punish him for being in my back line and being low. Hulkins a both team, and I'm trying to make sure he doesn't look too much. I try to get away from the Gluttonous Shark, but unfortunately he ends up eating me and both my other teammates, and we die. Luckily, however, out of the 3 that died, one of them being a support, the support got rezzed by the rocket, and so my team were able to keep the point. I come back on point just in case there's another fight about to break out. There kind of was. The hell was touched for overtime, but the rest of them just didn't come in close, and we were able to tap this first point pretty easily. Select ults, but really nothing. Moon Knight ults to counter whoever's still in sight, and then with the touch. Coming into the second half, I have a pretty strong setup on site. Hella ults, enemy support ults. I'm able to help deal with both. More so, the support ult was probably going to be the major thing, but Shin EV got killed by my lines. Tanks are in my face, but not for long, as my team helps me punish them for being alive still. Final team fight here. I see Thor pushed up on my teammate. Fortunately, he gets one of the DPS, but I'm holding it down still on point while they're desperately trying to get rid of my Ines. I see the Shark ults, but I'm like, my teammates got that. Luckily, they do. Luna Stone ends up killing him before he kills any of ours. Thor's over here trying to be a nuisance. I make sure he locks onto me then compared to any of the other squishies. Groot gets a really good ult, just securing the round. Iron Man kind of comes in, but we kind of just deal with him easily and we win the match.
Leave them to consume.